Long ago, in a village where wealth and poverty danced unequally beneath the same sun, there lived two sisters, Jasmine and Endurance. Jasmine was beautiful in the eyes of the people, with skin that glowed and steps as light as the wind. Endurance, her younger sister, carried a twisted form. Her body was not as quick, and her face was marked in ways that drew cruel words from strangers and even from those of her own blood. One day, the sisters returned from the market carrying heavy bags. Endurance, though burdened, begged her sister to help carry just one bag. Jasmine, proud and scornful, pushed her away. "Do not walk close to me," she hissed. "You embarrass me. You are ugly, and I do not want people to see us together." Their mother, hearing the quarrel, sided with Jasmine. "Endurance," she thundered. "Why must you trouble your sister? Jasmine is my hope. One day she will marry a rich man who will save this family. You, unfortunate thing, must serve her. Protect her at all costs. Do I make myself clear?" Endurance bowed her head in silence, though her heart burned with sorrow. That night, as the moon rose, Endurance's path crossed with a man named Felix. He was a wealthy traveler, yet drunk and helpless by the roadside. Many would have left him there to be robbed, but Endurance, with her soft heart, chose to help. She steadied him, calmed his madness, and guided him safely. Felix, though clouded with drink, remembered the kindness. He returned the next day with his servant, seeking the girl who had rescued him. He knocked on the door of their home, and the mother welcomed him with greedy eyes. "My name is Felix," he said, bowing slightly. "Last night, your daughter saved me when I was in great danger. I was drunk, yet she did not abandon me. I wish to thank her, to take responsibility for her well-being, and to bless your household." The mother's heart leapt. She saw the fine clothes of Felix, smelled the wealth in his perfume, and thought quickly. "Yes," she said, "that was my daughter indeed, Endurance." But instead of bringing forth the true girl, she pushed Jasmine forward. "This is she. This is the one you seek." Felix's eyes widened. Jasmine was radiant, but there was something missing, something he could not place. He smiled politely and thanked them, while Endurance remained hidden in the shadows, her spirit trembling. When the man departed, the mother whispered fiercely to Jasmine, "Can you not see? This is our chance. That man is a river of gold. If we show him the true Endurance, he might turn away. But if you pretend, Jasmine, riches will flow into this house." Jasmine hesitated, but the lure of wealth overcame her heart. So the lie was planted, and the household agreed to deceive. Yet the spirits of the ancestors watched. And the story spread across the land, of two sisters, one praised for her beauty but empty of kindness, the other despised for her form but glowing with mercy. And it is said, in the end, the spirits do not crown the proud with riches, but the humble with lasting honor. Trouble deepened in the house of Obayaku. The mother, blinded by greed, whispered to her son Moses, "Now you understand the order. You think like me. Jasmine will marry into wealth, and Endurance, the shame of our home, will never see the light of day again." Moses nodded, though his heart trembled. Soon after, Felix returned. He bowed politely, thanking Endurance for forgiving him. But the girl before him was Jasmine, carefully disguised by her mother. Jasmine smiled and played the role, but Felix's servant frowned. He remembered the scar on the face of the true Endurance, the girl who had helped them that night. Suspicion began to stir like a restless bird in a cage. Meanwhile, the true Endurance fled from her mother's cruelty. She wandered alone, her heart breaking under the weight of rejection. "Why does my own mother hate me so much?" she wept. "Am I not her blood?" Her tears became prayers beneath the stars, and the earth seemed to mourn with her. Fate, however, is a cunning weaver. One night, Felix's carriage struck a figure on the road. Broken but alive, the stranger was carried to a healer. It was Endurance, but she remembered nothing. Her head ached, her name was lost, and her past was hidden like a buried seed. Felix, unaware of the truth, kept her under his roof, calling her by a new name, Purity. His mother, moved by the girl's gentle spirit, welcomed her like a daughter. Yet the scar on her face whispered of hidden battles. In the village, rumors spread like dry leaves in the wind. Felix discovered the lies of Obayaku's household, that Jasmine had been passed off as Endurance. Rage burned within him. He thundered, "Find her or face my wrath. 1 month is all you have." But the days slipped away like water through open palms. The month ended, and still Endurance was nowhere to be found. Fear seized Obayaku's home. Jasmine sought comfort in parties and careless laughter, while her mother wept, knowing that the anger of Felix was no small storm. Far away, Purity sat by the window of Felix's house, staring at the horizon. She did not know she was Endurance. She did not know she carried the hope of her ancestors. But the winds carried whispers, and the ancestors stirred. The storm grew heavier in the house of Obayaku. Felix, strong as a lion in wealth but tender in conscience, sent warnings that echoed like thunder. 1 week, he declared, only 1 week to bring me Endurance. Fail, and I will close your doors forever. The widow Obayaku trembled. Her late husband's business, his sweat and toil, was all that kept her alive. She fell on her knees, begging with tears. "Do not take this from me. It is his memory. I will do all I can to bring you Endurance." Yet in her heart, she knew she was lying. For she had hidden her true daughter, the one she despised, and clothed Jasmine in falsehood. But greed is a sharp blade. It cuts the hand that wields it. Obayaku and Jasmine, in their foolishness, devised another deceit. They sought to remake the face of a stranger through the craft of surgery, to present her as Endurance. "Let her bear the scar, and let Felix believe she is the one," they whispered, plotting like spiders spinning webs of lies. Still, in the quiet night, Endurance, who now lived under the name Purity, rested in the home of Felix's own mother. She had lost her memory, yet her spirit glowed with gentleness, the very same that had once saved him. The ancestors watched, silent but not blind, as the river of fate twisted toward its true course. Felix, torn between 2 worlds, confessed to his mother, "I gave my word. I will marry Endurance, though I know her not. That night I wronged her, and I must answer for it." But his mother shook her head. "My son, do not bind yourself with pity. Marry where your heart leans. Purity's eyes already shine with love for you." And so, the tale grew thick with knots, Felix's honor on one side, his heart's yearning on the other. Purity, unaware of her true name, felt her spirit burning. "Why does he look at me with such distance? Why does my heart race at his silence?" Meanwhile, Jasmine and her mother laughed in their chambers. They boasted of wealth, of vacations and clothes, of becoming queens and mothers-in-law to a rich man's dynasty. "Forget Endurance," they said. "She is lost forever. The world will never know her again." But the spirits of the land murmured otherwise. For truth may hide in shadows, but it never dies there. Like a seed buried in soil, it waits. It waits for the rain, the sun, the season of unveiling. And when that season comes, lies fall like rotten fruit, and only truth remains sweet upon the tongue. For truth, no matter how long it hides, always finds its way back to the light. The winds of truth had blown, and at last the house of lies shook to its roots. Before the gathering of families, Endurance stood tall, her voice strong as thunder. "My name is not Purity," she declared. "I am Endurance, the very one you tried to erase, the one you sold for silver, the one you despised." A silence fell. Jasmine trembled. The woman hired to play her part fell on her knees and confessed, "Forgive me, I was paid to pretend. It was not my fault." The crowd gasped, and all eyes turned to Obayaku, the mother who had despised her own child. Felix's anger burned like fire. "How could you?" he roared. "How could a mother steal the destiny of her blood?" But Endurance lifted her hand, her eyes steady with a light older than pain. "You wrote me off, mother, but the gods wrote me back in. You sought to bury me, but heaven caused me to bloom. Yet hear me, I will not curse you. I will not tie my spirit to vengeance. You are my mother, even in your wickedness. I choose to forgive, but I will not walk in your shadow again." Shame covered Obayaku, and Jasmine spat bitter words at her own mother. "Why did you waste your love on me, when I am no better? Look at me now, useless, empty, cast aside." Their house of deceit collapsed, not by fire or sword, but by the truth they could not outrun. Meanwhile, Felix turned to Endurance. His voice, once shaken by duty, now rang clear with love. I searched for you in shadows, not knowing you were in my own home. You are the one who saved me, the one who forgave me, the one who endures. Let me stand by you, not out of pity, but out of true love. Endurance, will you be my wife? The people rejoiced, their voices rising like drums in the night. Endurance smiled, her scar no longer a mark of shame but a crown of survival. Yes, she said softly, for love is not wealth, nor beauty, nor deceit. Love is endurance, and endurance is love. And so the tale came to its end. Jasmine faded into the world of vanity, her name remembered only as a warning. Obeiaku, broken by her choices, lived in regret, a shadow of her own greed. But Endurance's name was sung in the marketplaces, in the farms, and by the fireside at night. Mothers told their daughters, and fathers told their sons. You cannot steal the dawn from rising, nor stop the star from shining. Time may wound, but love endures. And the people nodded, for they knew the story was true. Thank you so much for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our new videos.